Hello and welcome to Hayes Garden World. My name's Ian. In this video we're going to show you the 3 basic cooking methods. Today we're joined by Ed, who's new to barbecuing, so he will be learning the 3 basic methods of cooking on a charcoal barbecue. So Ed, the first cooking method that I'm going to show you is the direct cooking method.
Okay.
With this one in the Mastertouch barbecue you get the charcoal baskets.
Right.
So what a lot of people do now is they put both charcoal baskets in the middle, put the cooking grate over the top and use that to get their direct cooking.
Right. What can you actually cook using that method then?
So the direct cooking method is thin cuts of meat that take less than 25 minutes to cook. So this is your traditional barbecue food.
Okay.
Your burgers, your sausages, your steaks.
Okay.
Basically anything that takes less than 25 minutes of cooking, you would use the direct cooking method.
Right.
If your barbecue hasn't got the charcoal baskets in them,
Yeah.
I'd take out your dividers and just spread your charcoal out evenly across the whole barbecue.
Would that do the same thing?
That
then?
would do exactly the same thing.
Right, okay.
But a lot of people do it this way now because it gives them a safe zone around the outside, so it's not on direct heat.
So you could move the
You can move it away
to the outside and
Yeah.
there'd be less heat on
Yep.
the actual meat kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, Ed, so the next cooking method is the indirect cooking method.
Okay.
So in the Mastertouch, as I said before, you get the charcoal baskets. Now what we do for doing indirect,
Yeah.
once you've lit your coals, it's easy to pour the charcoal out in the middle, so you get the chimney starter right and pour it out.
Yeah.
Using tongs, obviously, I'm doing it, it's unlit. You move your baskets to either side. Now, if your barbecue didn't come with the char baskets, what it will have come with is char rails. You'll get a pair of these with every Weber barbecue, charcoal barbecue. So what you do with that, these click onto the char grate on the bottom, and they will hold your charcoal either side of the barbecue for you.
Right. Okay.
Now, the indirect method is mainly used for cooking joints, roasts and things like that.
Yep.
So once you've got your charcoal either side, what you would do then is a Weber foil tray, the large Weber foil tray, is put that in between both sets of charcoal.
Right. So what is this actually used for in terms of cooking?
So if you're doing for this cooking method, you do joints of meat, things like that.
Right.
So the longer cook, so a little bit longer. So if you're doing a chicken, you cook it, and what you do is you put your chicken in the middle of the barbecue over the foil tray. So you put your cooking grate in, chicken over the top of that. The reason for the foil tray is to catch fats and things like that. So if you want to catch some juices to doing gravy and things like that, it's good for that. It's also good, so if you're doing something that's particularly fat, a lot of fat drips through it, it stops it congealing with the ash and things in the bottom of the barbecue, so it helps you keep your barbecue cleaner basically.
Yeah. Okay.
You can, if you wanted to, if you're doing like Hasselback potatoes or something like that, you can actually cook the potatoes in the foil tray under the chicken.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
so you can cook things like that, veggies and things like that, because the temperature is a little bit lower in the bottom of there. You'd be surprised. So you can put the potatoes in, the chicken on top, and they'll be ready about the same time.
Right. So it gives you more room on the cooking surface. Obviously you've got two levels.
So it's one of those things, you get one of these with your barbecue when you purchase it, and a lot of people think, what's it for? It's a fat tray or a foil tray, putting under there to catch all the fats. Okay Ed, so the third simple cooking method on a charcoal barbecue is the 50-50 method.
Okay.
So what you need to do for this one is, obviously this is still set up from the indirect, so you take your foil tray out a second, move the char baskets both over to one side. So if you're using for your char rail, just put one in the middle and you've got your 50-50 zone. So take your foil tray and you put your foil tray on the side of the barbecue.
Okay.
So what that gives you is you've got a cooking section and a safe zone. If you want to, what that does is, so if you're doing things like duck, which is particularly fatty, you get a lot of flare up and things like that on this side, so it'll seal off and burn on the outside. So what you want to do is sort of seal it off, then move it over to the other side to let it cook through. What you can do, you can fill the foil tray with some cold water, and what that'll do on that section of the barbecue, it will lower it by about 10 degrees. I use this cooking method, I do chicken wrapped in bacon and things like that. So obviously your bacon cooks, it sort of gets starts cooking quicker than the actual chicken. So I'd seal it off on this side, both sides, turn it over, then move it over to that side until it reached the desired temperature and the internal temperature. Once you set your barbecue up for the cooking method you want, what you want to do is then take your cooking grate, put it in the barbecue like so, and then before you don't go shoving food straight on there then, what you want to do is lower the lid. I've lowered it 50-50 method here, so the heat source is on the colder part of the barbecue.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is leave your barbecue for 10 minutes for the cooking grate to warm up so it's ready to cook. So 10 minutes, preheat it, and then you're ready to go. So for more hints and tips on barbecuing, visit the barbecue shop here at Hayes Garden World. Our website, hayesgardenworld.co.uk, Twitter, Instagram, we do all the social media platforms, and we do regular demonstrations here in store.